support for Joe Biden is crumbling, not just among blacks and Hispanics, but inside his party, inside party leadership. There was a bombshell of a report by the Daily Mail that was released yesterday. I want you to take a look at the headline here, and it reads, "Secret Democrat plot to replace Biden revealed how Clinton, Obama, Pelosi, and Schumer would topple the aging president and when they do it." This from a reporter at Daily Mail that apparently from people I trust say can be trusted, because that's the big question. Is this real? Is it not? Well, Steve Bannon, who I have great faith in, who used to run Breitbart, knows this reporter from his days at Breitbart, says he trusts the reporting on this. The gentleman that wrote the piece would fact check over and over and over again. He'd have things double sourced. This is Steve Bannon talking about the article.
They're seeing the crosstabs and seeing the traditional Democratic coalition of African Americans and Hispanics and young people completely crater and not walk away, run away. They don't have a coalition. President Donald J. Trump has defeated on the 17th of June in the year of our Lord 2024, Joe Biden. It done. And now the Democrats are trying to figure out how to replace him.
Well, so I don't think it's going to happen. Let me show you this little piece from the Daily Mail, a tidbit from there. It reads, quote, "The Daily Mail has learned that if Joe stumbles in the first face-off with Trump, or if his polling numbers keep failing, it'll take a united front of the liberal grandees to make Joe throw in the towel. The only people who could force him out would be Barack Obama, Bill Clinton, Nancy Pelosi, and Chuck Schumer." One Democratic strategist told the Daily Mail it would have to be 4 of them collectively. Now, I think they left off somebody very important, and that, of course, would be Jill Biden. I think Jill Biden's the only one that could get Joe Biden to get out of the way, because Joe Biden doesn't want to step down. He's waited for this all his life. But there's more evidence that he is failing. After days of the freezing and the stammers and the stutters, this is today at his amnesty event, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But he freezes again today.
Thanks to all the members of Congress and Homeland Security Secretary. I'm not sure you're going to do
Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas. I guess that's who he's talking about, but then again, he mumbles off. You take these as one-offs, no big deal. But when you string them together day in and day out, this is what happens. It becomes a real problem. Now, don't forget, you have the Her tapes of Joe Biden, the audio tapes that Congress has requested, the Justice Department stonewalling. If those come out, that is going to be so damning for Joe Biden that who knows what's going to happen. This is Anna Paulina Luna talking about what she is hearing inside the halls of Congress.
I believe that it's possible that it has been doctored, but I also think, Maria, that it's really going to show the American people whether or not Biden is actually capable of making those decisions. Remember, we have a foreign policy debacle right now. We have Russian warships off of our coast, and if he's not able to stand fit as president, I don't think that he's going to be the nominee this November. I think that's why Democrats are trying to protect him and the DOJ.
So you don't think he's going to be the nominee?
Not if these tapes come out, no, Maria. I think that they have big problems, and I think that his cognitive inability is the number one issue for them currently.
Look, in order to be president of the United States, in order to run for president of the United States, you have to have a huge ego. We know that Joe Biden does. I don't believe anybody is going to be able to force him out unless Jill Biden is the one to do it. Now, it may take Pelosi and Schumer and Obama to go and approach Jill Biden to get him to do it. Maybe. But I don't think it's going to happen. James Carville knows he never should have run against Trump a second time. This is a Democrat strategist. You know him.
You know, we have a choice to make in November. And it isn't a choice that I was crazy about. I actually was very public that I thought that President Biden should not run for re-election. But he did, and it's him and Trump, and that's where I am, and I'm 1,000% behind President Biden. It's the choice I got.
folks. So don't forget about Hunter Biden now. He's a huge issue for Joe Biden. You've got his tax trial coming up. Lord knows what's going to come out in that. We know that he was trying to make all kinds of money overseas selling the Biden family name. And then from our friends over at Just the News, another blockbuster report. Here's the headline. The FBI knew since 2016, Hunter Biden's team nearly scored $120 million Ukrainian deal while Joe was VP. Now, what is that about? So apparently, according to our friends at Just the News, the head of Burisma, okay, this is Nikola Zokolevsky. He's the one that had all the corruption allegations surrounding him. He was offering up $120 million to form a new company with Hunter on the board of this new company to do more energy exploration. And of course, this was all going to be in the name of what? Profiting off the Biden family name and using Hunter Biden as a key to get to Joe Biden to take the pressure off, in my belief, of Zokolevsky, who had all these corruption allegations swirling. How do we know this? Well, Just the News obtained this email. This was not even on the Hunter Biden laptop. Put it up there, folks. The email says, you mentioned to me, this is an email from Zokolevsky's top lieutenant back to Zokolevsky. You mentioned to me that it's also you and HB, Hunter Biden, who will be the founders of the LLC in Delaware. Cliff mentioned only yourself for credibility, Ukrainian purposes. You both would be better, meaning you both would be better listed on the corporate documents as the founders of this company. This, again, is proof to me that they were buying access to the Bidens, because lo and behold, what happened next, very shortly after all of this, you got this from Joe Biden about getting the prosecutor going after his son's boss fired.
I said, I'm telling you, you're not getting $1 billion. I said, you're not getting $1 billion. I'm going to be leaving here. And I think it was, 6 hours? I said, I'm leaving in 6 hours. If the prosecutor's not fired, you're not getting the money. Oh, son of a got fired.
Well, son of a you-know-what. How about that? Yeah, in the face of making millions of dollars, $120 million possibility. The deal never went through, by the way. But I'll bet Joe Biden would crawl over coals to go put the pressure on.